This is the brand new 2026 Model X, and I'm here to show you some incredible new features that Tesla has added to an already phenomenal vehicle. I have actually one of the early 2016 Model X's. Our family loves it. I've got 4 kids, but let me show you a couple cool features that Tesla has added and enhanced to make the Model X, in my opinion, one of the best SUVs ever. Well, here we are inside the Model X, and one of the things that's the most striking thing, and it really makes the X iconic, is this enormous vista windshield. It is one of the biggest, and up until Cybertruck, was the biggest production windshield ever in a vehicle, and it really allows you to take in your experience around you. We're out here in beautiful Arizona, and I got to tell you, the mountains out here, the desert is absolutely spectacular, but with this windshield, it allows us to take in these beautiful vistas, see the tops of the palm trees, and really experience the outside from the comfort of the inside. So let's get underway here. Let's talk about what makes the Model X super unique and what they've done to make it even better. So right up front here, we've got a huge landscape screen. And if you've been in the older X's, they've got that old vertical screen. This is great because you can actually power tilt it. It's got a wonderful feature that allows you to angle it towards the driver or passenger, or just have it flat against the dash. So we're sitting here in park right now, and Model X is really your personal chauffeur. So I'll open up the door here and show you guys that this has one of the only vehicles out there with a power front door. In order to close it, all I'm going to do is just simply place my foot on the brake, my door closes, and with my foot on the brake again, I'm going to tap it one more time. We're now in drive, and just hit that button for full self-driving, and the vehicle just takes over. This is, in my opinion, true luxury. You know, we've entered an age now where luxury is technology, and they're really interchangeable. You know, gone are the days of, oh, well, I defined luxury as fancy leathers and exotic wood grain in my vehicle. No, I want my vehicle to make my life easier, safer, happier. I want it to be easier to move my kids around. I want to be easier to go to the store, take a road trip. I want it to give me a better experience when I'm transporting either just myself or my family, my friends, in a vehicle like this. And Model X delivers with 3 rows of seating. We've got 2 up front. This is the 6th passenger, which is my personal favorite. You've got power captain's chairs in the center row, and then you have 2 in the 3rd row, which does float flat for additional storage. Now, underneath the floor, actually, in the back is also additional storage, where in a traditional gas vehicle, you'd have a gas tank. Model X gives you storage. So up front as well, where you would have that gasoline engine, that's been replaced with more storage. So it is very family friendly. Now, I've got 4 kids, and we love our Model X. We take it on road trips, we go across the country, but this particular 2026 takes it to the next level. So a couple of things that they've added. Obviously, there's been some huge innovations since 2016. They've retained the iconic windshield, the Vista windshield, as well as the Falcon doors. I love the power Falcon doors, dropping off my daughter, you know, to school, and for, you know, drop off and pick up and that sort of thing. Not having to get out of the vehicle, just simply hit a button on the dash is just a super, it's just a wonderful convenience. I don't think we could do without it. My wife loves it. But convenience is like full self-driving. You know, when you've got a busy life and a lot of distractions out there, one thing that the Model X can do is help you with the driving. So I want to talk a little bit about the display screen here. So it's a power display, so you can actually angle it left to right. Right now it's angled to the driver-centric position, so we've got it angled to the left. But it's very high res, very low latency, excellent colors. It does all sorts of things as far as, you know, play Netflix or Disney Plus or what have you. There's a display in the back there for the kids as well. Fantastic navigation, an amazing sound system, and they've got a whole bunch of wonderful menus. Now, for 2026, they have updated the menu screen here. This is very different from my Model S. I've got a 2021 Model S that has the older version of software. This one here allows you to update, with the latest update, it has brought in something that's a little bit more similar to what you'd see on Cybertruck and kind of the new generation of Tesla software. This is the very latest and greatest. It is customized and curtailed for the Model X. So you've got your power door buttons up top, and then you've got your dynamics menu here, which is very nice. They've allowed you to kind of blend in a combination of suspension settings and performance, steering, all that sort of thing. Traditionally, those would have been all separate, but here it's much more, I guess, simple, and in a way, a little more luxurious, because you can just get in and hit your button, save it to your profile. You've got all your charging options and lighting, seating, all that sort of thing. We can adjust your seats. So the center row power seats, you can adjust those from the driver's seat as well. And brand new for this year, you can adjust the front passenger seat when nobody's sitting there if you need to move it forward or back for a little more leg room or cargo or whatever the case may be. So really some very friendly, family-friendly features that, anything that can make your life a little easier, especially when you got kids, that's what you're going to want in a vehicle like this. The safety rating on the Model X, of course, is the best in the world. I mean, Tesla makes the safest vehicles on planet Earth. And so, of course, that continues with the 2026 Model X. One of the things they've done is they've kind of changed around the steering controls several times. So in my older Model X, I've got a steering wheel, a little different shape than this, but this is the latest generation. They did have the yoke. It is available in the Performance Plaid version. But in the long range, which is what I would recommend because you do want the most range, and it's plenty powerful, is you're going to get this steering wheel here. And it's got some really cool features. So one of them that I really like is this camera button that gives you a great high definition view of what's in front of you, because we now have a front camera as well as the rear camera. And then of course the left and right repeater cams or blind spot cameras as well. So you've got an absolute boatload of safety features. One of the other really cool things is you can actually have these blind spot cameras show up in your heads up display here. So the main driver's display, which is exclusive to Model S and X. So on the Model Y and the Model 3, this display does not exist. It only exists on these premium vehicles. And I've actually grown to really love this feature on my Model S. I use it all the time. And when I get into a vehicle that doesn't have it, I find myself actually searching for it. It's just one of those things that saves you just that split second of having to check your mirror, shows you everything in high definition. So it's really great. Let's go back to that front camera. So right now it's showing the rear, and you can just simply swipe to bring up the front cam. They've even integrated a washer feature. So if I tap this button, you can see it sprays on that blue washer fluid there and get you a little bit more of a clear display when you're running through, mucky weather, dusty weather like we have here in Arizona, or maybe the sand and salt up in Canada where I'm actually from. So it's a great feature. I love it, and I think that I'd use it all the time. Wiper controls are here. These are all haptic buttons, so really easy to use. It doesn't require a lot of input. You've got little roller wheels here. These have a good feel to them. They're metal. And then you've got your turn signals on the left here. So the lower button is for your left turn signal, so we'll hit that, and the vehicle will change lanes for us. And it'll automatically change lanes and turn off that signal light by itself. So really a lot of features that the Model X is doing for you. And for me, again, it's that technology that's translating into what true luxury is. It's not necessarily in the fit and finish, although, speaking of fit and finish, the new Model X is appointed very nicely. They've got some really nice tweed fabrics in the doors. We've got the double French stitching on the door handles, padded leatherette interior materials, very, very nice. Up top, you've got kind of an open grain wood up on the top here. And one of the new features is just below, you'll see that silver trim where they've added in LED ambient lighting, and that's completely customizable through your menu in the lighting menu. So that's something new. If you look here on the screen, you'll see that you can bring up that accent and in ambient lights. You can set the dimness. So again, for nighttime, maybe you want it a little less, but you hit that color button, you can completely customize it. And what's really fun is you can actually set it up to kind of strobe with the music or what you're listening to. So that's a lot of fun too. So they've really integrated some thoughtful, really kind of funky, fun features, some enhancements here in the 2026. The other things that you can't see and are difficult to kind of convey through the camera are things like NVRH, so noise, vibration, harshness. So right now we're sitting at a stoplight, and other than the AC blowing, which it's really cranked, is just pure silence. You can't hear a single car being driven. I mean, if you look at the traffic, look how busy it is here, and there's nothing. It's just silent. And that translates into this experience where you're kind of just being teleported down the road in this beautiful kind of solarium, and you're comfortable. You got the cooled seat on you, got that cool air blowing on you, and you're out in 100-degree weather in sunny Arizona, and you're just kind of being transported through the world in this serene capsule. And it's just it's a phenomenal experience. I mean, I would highly recommend taking one of these for a drive. People say, oh, you know, the Model X is getting tired, it's a little long in the tooth. Go and drive one. I mean, the amount of improvements, the form factor similar to the older style, yes. They have retained the Falcon doors, which I like. Again, some people, you know, they take a bit of getting used to, but again, it's a power door that can open literally in any type of tight space. They really well engineered them, and they've refined them over time. So a lot of the issues that people had with them back in the day, they've all been long solved. You've got a power rear hatch as well, a big frunk for, you know, strollers and all kinds of stuff, camping gear. You also have a standard equipment, you don't have to pay extra for it, tow package on Model X that allows you with the 20-inch wheel to tow up to 5,000 pounds. And again, that's something that you don't have to worry about. Oh, I forgot to add that to my order. Every single new Model X comes with it. There's a little plate that pops off the bumper. You just pop it in and you can hook on your bike racks and tow your camper and do all your stuff. So it's really helpful to have that hitch. We tow with our Model X all the time. It's got tons of power. It's well north of 500 horsepower, even on the long range model. And then of course the Plaid is over 1,000, which is just nutty. So you've got more than enough power to pull any type of trailer. In fact, you could probably pull way more than what it's rated for. So trailering with the Model X, no issue. They've really upped the charging performance. They've done a fantastic job with that as well. And overall, I gotta say, I mean, the comfort of this vehicle is really second to none in the lineup. I mean, there isn't any other vehicle in Tesla's lineup or any other manufacturer that really offers all of the features of the Model X. It's doing it. It's handling it. Yeah, FSD, man. This is great. Look how close the cones are.
They're in our lane, right?
Yep, they're in our lane. FSD's handling it. It wants to turn right up here around the cones. Let's see. Yep. Not bad.
Confident as ever.
Not bad. I'll tell you. You're not going to get this in your Chevy Suburban. I wanted to point out just a few of the key differences that you're going to notice on a 2026 Model X versus any of the outgoing models. So one of the big things is going to be the wheels. So let's take a little closer look at these. Wrapped in Continental Cross Contact 265/45 R20 on the front, we have some new aero designed wheels here. Here's the rears as well. These are a larger 275/45 R20 wheel. This is the smaller of the two wheel options. There's also a 22-inch wheel option, but these are a little bit more unique from outgoing models because we have these fins, these aero caps that clip into, kind of fill in the gaps between the spokes here and create more of an aerodynamic look and function to the wheel. These actually will contribute to the overall range of the vehicle, but if you're not too concerned about range, of course you can remove them for a little bit more of a sportier appearance. Personally, I like the look of them. They kind of give it a bit of a futuristic cyber vibe, and I think that yeah, I think they fit with the aesthetic of the Model X. I think it looks pretty good. Around the back here, you do have the updated taillights. Now, these came into production in 2022, I believe, on the new Model X. And we've got all the way across on the rear trim piece, all blacked out. We have the TESLA Tesla logo there, the lettering, as well as the fixed spoiler. Now, some of the early Model X's, this was power and it would tilt and fold, but they have made that kind of a solid fixed spoiler quite some time ago. Up front here, I've got the front hood ajar. We'll show you inside the frunk. Now, this is one of the largest frunks that Tesla offers, so it's got quite a bit of storage space. We have a tow hook here that will hook into the front bumper if need be. And they've just got the front license plate bracket sitting in there right now. Now, this is a manually opening frunk. I'd love to see Tesla add a power feature here one of these days, but right now it is just on gas shocks. So it has an assist to have it go up, but you do need to manually close it. So let's go ahead and do that now. And coming around to the other side of the vehicle here, you can see that we've got all black trim, which is very nice. They got rid of the chrome and it just kind of gives it a stealth appearance. Charge port is right here. So let's see if that's going to open up. There we go. So it's got kind of that gull wing door type of look to it. Of course, the Tesla NACS plug there. And yeah, works great. This is now heated as well for winter climates. Of course, we're a far cry from that here in Arizona, but overall, a real sharp looking vehicle. You can see those lights brighten up there. We've got black door handles, and all the Teslas have unique door handles. This one in particular, you just simply touch and press, and it'll open up all the doors there with power. And we've got our cameras here. Lots of new colors as well. They've got a beautiful blue color. This here is the gray. And of course, you got black, white, red, a whole bunch of different varieties here. So beautiful vehicle. Yeah, I mean, just overall a great vehicle. Let's open up the back hatch here. Let me take a look at the storage. So this opens up nice and high. We've got this coated here in kind of a carpet fabric to cut down on noise and vibration. And there's my bag and all my goodies, and you've got the full floor here too. So decent amount of space behind that third row. Very nice. So that's the 2026 Model X. Big shout out to the folks here at the Tucson Tesla facility that let me take this beautiful machine for a drive. The FSD is flawless. It is fantastic. And to have those power doors, the power rear doors, power trunk, I mean, this thing just does everything for you. My big takeaway from the 2026 Model X with its, actually it's a decent list of upgrades and improvements. My key takeaway is this, is that this is luxury, but in the form of technology. Guys, we'll see you in the next video.